Challenge number 20, Promise.all. Type the function PromiseAll that accepts an array of promise-like objects. The returning value should be promise of t, where t is the resolved result array. Const promise1 is promise.resolve3, promise2 is 42, promise3 is new promise of type string, where a function resolves after 100 milliseconds to foo. And the expected result is supposed to be number, 42, and string. Okay, let's check it out in the code. This is a rather tricky one. We're gonna start by defining a test type, which is then type of PromiseAll test1, which is currently any. First step is to constrain the input to an unknown array, so we can make sure it's definitely an array. So t extends unknown array. Then we're gonna take a quick look at the 4 test cases here, and here's a peculiar one. We have here once a number array as result, and a second time we have an array of 3 times number, so it's a tuple, not an array, because otherwise it would be number array. So the result here is a tuple with 3 number types. That's definitely a difference we have to watch out for. Okay, so the input of values is going to be of type t. And since we need to recursively unwrap the promises, I like to write a little utility, call it recursively unwrap promise, which takes t and does check if t extends a promise-like type. Then we infer the value that's inside the promise. If that is the case, we put this back into this function that we misspelled, into this generic. So we actually do call it recursively. If it's not the case, then we just return t because it's already a normal type. So we can use this now in the return type. And for that, we treat the array as an object, so we can create a map type here. So we go through each k and key of t, which is the input array. And for that, we recursively unwrap the promise. All right, this does apparently not give us the answer. Let's check what we get here as a result. We get 1, 2, 3, but the result should be promise 1, 2, 3. So we put all of this into a promise. Okay, now we already make 3 test cases pass. For example, the first one is now promise 1, 2, 3, and we're gonna check the third one, which is number array. And now we get back to what I said in the beginning. This is a tuple with 3 numbers and not number array. So we gotta be able to distinguish between those two. And we can do this by making the array read only. And to make this pass, we can spread t. So now t, the array, is spread into a new array, which is then casted read only. Basically, it keeps the exact tuple that is passed in. So if it's an array of 5 numbers, then it's not number array, but it's a tuple with 5 number types. So this makes also the last test case pass. We can quickly check that, which is now promise with the tuple of number, number, number instead of number array. And yeah, that's it. It was definitely a rather complex challenge. I hope you understood everything. Otherwise, feel free to drop a question in the comments, and see you in the next one.
If this video was helpful to you, please like and subscribe. See you in the next one.